Welcome to the Wednesday Walk.
Hi guys.
If you're new here, I'm Jay. This is Val.
Hi.
Welcome to Wattstraveling. Every Wednesday we do a little Wednesday walk where we do just that. Walk around somewhere in the area where we're staying that week or that month. And right now we're in Pattaya, Thailand.
Yes. So if you've watched our previous episodes, you probably were thinking that this video was going to be last week's video, but Songkran happened, so we had to post a Songkran. All the fun and games with that.
This is not that.
No.
We're dry.
Yes, we're going to answer
quiet.
questions from our very first video when we came back.
Yes.
So we got a lot of questions.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions.
Yes, there's a lot of questions.
Mhm.
So we're going to stroll around, chit chat with you guys, and yeah, we're going to do some shopping, and admire this temple. Admire this beautiful temple. How pretty is that? These are everywhere in Thailand. And did you say where we are on South?
We are in Pattaya, and this temple is located right just near the corner of Pattaya South Road and 2nd Road.
Yes. So we are going to find a great spot to sit and answer some questions. Where that will be, I don't know. Somewhere in the shade.
Go through here.
Over here? Let's go through here first just a second and check it out. Well, there's one over there too. The yellow and white temple.
Let's pop up here.
Can we have our shoes on here?
We can have one here.
Okay.
You can't go up there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see somebody's shoes.
Yeah. But this is slippery when it rains.
Yeah, no kidding. It looks wet. Just.
I know.
Let's just pop in really quick. Take your shoes off, because you got to take your shoes off when you go into a temple. Let's see. Oh, we're at the back. This is the back of the temple. They're so pretty and ornate, colorful. Some are really shiny. Jay's way down there. It sounds like they're cleaning.
Thanks. Look at that doorway.
I know.
It's pretty ornate.
Okay, that's what I just said down there.
Did you?
Yeah. Okay, let's go in really quick. There's somebody in here. There's a couple. How beautiful. There's even a monk in there. Very peaceful. Try not to make a lot of noise. Don't typically record too much when we go into temples. There's a monk sitting up there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. It's like the perfect picture.
Prayer time?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's really pretty.
There's lots of monks around.
Yes. All right.
As you would expect when there's lots of temples.
Yeah, we're still trying to find a spot to sit. How pretty is this yellow and white one? I've never seen a yellow and white temple like this before.
Yeah, I guess we've never really walked back in here before. We've been by this many times.
Yeah.
We just never come back in here.
Yeah.
It's an interesting little build, all surrounded by water.
I know, it's beautiful.
I'm sure there's a reason for it all, but
let's just go
interesting.
Walk by the door and see what we can see.
That door's open, so it's probably
there's
open.
Fish in here, because there's a whole bunch of fish.
Yeah, you can see them popping up
Pop
here
up
and there.
every once in a while. Wow, this is beautiful. It doesn't look very old, does it? I don't know. Maybe it is.
Yeah, it does.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Look at it on the bottom.
I guess. It's just, maybe it's the yellow and the white throwing me off. I don't know.
They repaint the gold a lot. We've seen them refresh that gold color, and it comes out so bright. It makes the whole thing look new again. But this one just looks like a newer, more modern kind of version.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, there's a reclining Buddha inside.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow. It's kind of neat. Okay, I'm going to go in there really quick. Show you the reclining Buddha. Oh,
That's my
there's
kind of
no
Buddha.
paintings in
Chill.
this one. This is just like motifs on the ceiling, molding and stuff. And then you see this is like a mini reclining Buddha. There are some pretty big reclining Buddhas in Thailand that we've seen so far. It's pretty cool. It's very muted. Like it wasn't, the other one had
Right.
like paintings
Yep.
on the walls and stuff. This one is just red and gold on the ceiling.
I don't know if you were talking when you went up the stairs, but I said, that's my kind of Buddha. It's nice and chill. That's a Thailand Buddha right there. Chill.
Where?
All right, let's.
Where's the Thailand Buddha that's chill?
The one laying down in there.
Oh.
The reclining Buddha.
Okay.
Right
Do you want to sit here?
Yeah, this is a good
Okay.
spot to answer some questions.
Okay, sure. Let's sit.
Yeah, sure.
Sit.
Oops.
Okay. Oh, there's some kids.
Little monks.
Yeah.
Checking out the
Cute.
fish. Okay, so you
All right.
got questions, I got answers.
Yeah. Okay.
I do.
So the first question, we got a lot of questions about, cost of living and stuff like that. But we're just gonna go through these, do like a quick fire or whatever. So what was your nightly hotel expense when we first got here? Somebody was inquiring because we had mentioned that when we rent some place long term, especially in Thailand, we'll book like 3 or 4 or 5 days, go and actually put the boots on the ground and get your eyes on the apartment and
Right.
see if it's good or not.
Right.
So-
So when we arrived, our flight came in about 9 or 9:30 at night. So I actually booked a hotel very near to the airport, so we wouldn't have to travel too far. And I think that was $38
Yep.
for the night. It was only like a 5-minute, 10-minute cab ride away from the airport. So we just spent the first night there, so we could come into Pattaya, Jomtien the next day. And when we came into Jomtien, Pattaya, I had rented an Airbnb for 4 nighs, and it was it was about $40 a night. Is that right? No, sorry. It was about $30 a night. It was about $120.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the least expensive I could find actually at the time. And we just needed a place, like Val said, for a few days while we looked at other apartments for long stay.
Yeah. So Jay had mentioned Airbnb. So people are wanting to know what resources we use to book these accommodations, basically when we arrive. I think they're asking more about longer term than the shorter term, like booking and
Right.
the standard
Yeah.
ones. But yeah. So what do we use? Jay's the booker of the two of us.
Most of the time, if it's just for a couple of nights, I'll use Booking.com. If I'm not finding any decent hotel options and a short stay Airbnb is an option, then I'll look at those. Some places have it now that short stay Airbnbs aren't really allowed. It's a minimum of a month. So you got to kind of work around that sometimes. But usually I use Booking or Airbnb unless we can find a local. The goal is to find a local owner or something like that to deal with and get places longer stay rather than going through any booking agency.
Yeah, because we really don't like to use Airbnb because the prices and all the add-ons and everything, it's just getting crazy on Airbnb, to be honest.
Yeah, they're basically, it feels like Airbnb is dictating a global price because of them being an American company. It seems like they're overpriced and they're making like basically a global price for renting Airbnbs. It doesn't matter where you go. It's like, gee, how come there's so many $1,000 Airbnbs?
Yeah.
But
when we know that's not how much Airbnb
right, we know
cost,
that's
how much
not even close to what
rentals
the
cost.
local economy would support. So
Right,
we
exactly.
try not to use them unless we're only staying somewhere shorter term, and then it's not worth landing and spending a few days trying to find a place if you're only there for a week or for a month.
Right.
Sometimes we'll go through Airbnb that way, but.
So with that, somebody asked, what is our monthly rental costs? So before we answer that, I just want to say there was a few comments about, oh, can you show us around your complex and, let me know where you're staying, whatever. We never, because these are like our Wednesday walks are local, like here we are. It's not like.
They're real time.
They're real time.
You don't usually share exactly where our location is just for
Yes.
safety and things like that. Shots from our videos and things like that, or might figure out where we're at, but it's no big deal.
Right. We just never say what our location is.
Like a lot of people, we just don't openly share our exact location where we're staying.
Right. So I will show you pictures of our apartment, and we are paying 15,000 baht. I'll put the conversion on the screen per month plus utilities, which is hydro and water.
Right.
And our Wi-Fi is included in the price.
Yep. This last time we were here a couple years ago, we were paying 13.5. For the same setup. It had a Wi-Fi included. We were paying the utilities on top of that. So
Right.
prices are up a little bit. Thailand especially, I think a lot of places are like this, but Thailand especially, they have very set rates for short-term rental and long-term rental. We know
Yes.
one person at our complex who is paying 7,000 per month on a 1-year lease. But short-term, anything under 6 months, really up to 3 months, the prices are way higher. People will not rent them. Like they have a lot more difficulty finding an inexpensive place for a short stay.
Right.
So
So
that's
what else?
something.
So what else does that include? So we have, I guess, there's quite a few buildings in the complex that we're staying at, and there's like a little recreational card. We got that recreational card with our rental fee, and that's if you have that card, you can use the pool, you can use the gym, the sauna, that kind of thing. Right. So there's Zumba classes down in the center, 3 nights a week that are free that Joe puts on, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of different. Yeah.
So if you know where Joe does free Zumba, you know where we live.
Yeah. But I think the facilities are good. Like the pool is really nice. The grounds are really nicely kept, and
they do a nice job of it. It does have like a vacation-y, resort-y kind of feel to it with the pools. There's an oceanfront pool. There's always staff running around cleaning and gardening and things like that. So it's pretty well taken care of.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. This year we're paying $15,000 for the same. Last year we were at La Center, which is on behind, like it's further away from the beach is what I mean. Knows. No, but I know, but it's further away from the beach, and the one we're on is like you're right on the beach. So the bot buses are handy. It's right there. Yeah. You know, you have everything at your fingertips basically.
It's a pretty decent location.
Yeah, it is a nice location. A bit further down the beach than we wanted to be, but you know,
it'll do for this time.
It will.
What else you got?
How easy is the public transportation?
Well, like Val just said, we can literally walk out to the road in front of our resort and hop on a bot bus. If you haven't seen us before, you're not sure what a bot bus is. They're basically the public transportation here are small pickups with benches in the back. They have like a cap on the back that has two rows of benches, and you just hop on there right in front of our place. And
you just hail them. They run up and down. You
literally just wave. They stop.
Yeah.
You can go all the way down Beach Road, all the way into Pattaya and around Pattaya. So.
Yeah, they run a certain route. Right. So if you're on that route, you can just hail them and catch a ride.
There's a couple of different. Now people have asked if there's specific stops, like almost like a bus stop. There are a couple of specific spots, but they're not really a bus stop per se, I guess. At the corner of Pattaya South is the starting point of one of the bot bus runs. So people load up there until the bus is full, and then that one heads towards Jomtien Beach. Coming from Jomtien, there isn't really a starting point where the bus will just sit until it's full. You can just hop on anyone that's going by. Mm-hmm. They'll cruise all the way to Pattaya, all the way down Second Road, and then usually you get kicked off at the end, just down at North Road. And that's where the Terminal 21 Mall is, so you can ride it all the way down to there, and then you have to catch a separate bot bus to come back around to the corner of South again if you want to head back to Jomtien. So there are a couple of, I guess, start points for the routes, but it's not like your traditional bus where there's a bus stop every kilometer or something like that. You just wave at them and they stop for you.
And funny.
And you just ring. There's little buzzers to ring, they stop for you to hop off. If you want
they're like little doorbells in the back of the truck. Dong dong, and then they stop and you get off. It's pretty easy.
Yes.
So somebody asked, can you compare Cuenca? We were just in Cuenca for 3 months. Because the person that's asking this question, that's kind of what they're familiar with. Mm-hmm. So if we could compare kind of like cost of living, Thailand versus Cuenca.
Yeah, I mean, so our 15,000 baht, what does that convert to?
15,000 is 640 Canadian dollars.
So 15,640 Canadian dollars.
Right.
Our apartment that we rented in Cuenca, we were paying 500 US, utilities included. So that's about $700.
Yes.
Canadian. Yeah. So a little bit more expensive in Cuenca under that particular situation. But it's much like here, Cuenca also you can get less expensive apartments if you're renting longer term. I know if we were going to rent for a year, instead of 500, we could probably get something more in the 350 range, plus our utilities.
Yeah.
So it would definitely be a little bit cheaper.
I feel like
they're somewhat similar. They are somewhat similar
I feel
as far
like
as what you can get.
The size of the apartments in Cuenca are bigger. But here you get facilities, like they're big high-rise condos with pools and gyms, and so you don't have to pay extra for that.
Right.
Which can be significant. Somebody asked how much is a gym membership. And they're expensive here at almost like $95, $100 a month.
Yeah.
If you pay on a monthly basis,
Yeah,
it's significant.
One of the big ones you just looked up here in Pattaya was $95 a month.
Yeah.
Now, it was cheaper if you paid for like a year membership up front. It worked out to like $66 a month. But yeah, if you were just paying for a month, it was $93.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
a little spendy.
Yeah, it's not as cheap as you would think.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Val said, a lot of the places here are set up with their own fitness centers and pools and things like that. So if you find the right complex, you get all that stuff included in your rent.
Yeah. This person asked a lot of questions. So this is from the same person, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi. She asked if we cooked at home in our apartment, and we do not cook a lot in our condo. I mean, it's way cheaper to just go to a market and get what you need for dinner.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, our kitchen area is not huge. All we have is basically a convection hot plate kind of.
It's like a plug-in hot plate.
Yeah. And we weren't worried about that kitchen being that simple because we have night markets for food nearby. We don't cook much. Maybe once in a while we'll make a quick breakfast or something like that.
But it's mostly like fruit, hard-boiled eggs, that kind of nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
we definitely don't cook a lot in our apartment. No, and again, because the food is so inexpensive at the markets and just the restaurants in general, it's not worth going to the grocery store and trying to buy all the ingredients you would need to make some of the fancy dishes they make here. So, I mean, just go and have Thai food.
Yeah. Or I mean, there's a lot of Western food too. Like there's a variety of food here.
But we won't talk about that. Thai food.
Just
eat Thai food.
Because Thai food is delicious.
People get mad in the comments if you eat Western food when you're not in the West. So we only eat Thai food.
Yeah. I don't understand that whole concept. But anyways,
it's okay.
We're moving on, guys. So going back to the gym membership thing, Stacy also asked, what's the equipment like? And the big facilities that you're going to pay like $95, $100 a month, they are extravagant. Like you're going to find every machine under the sun. You're going to find like yoga classes. You're going to find supplements, trainers, everything, you name it.
Yeah.
They have it here.
Yeah, they're really nice, modern equipment, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The different resorts and accommodations are going to vary.
Yes.
We've been in places that were very minimalistic, just had basically, a rack of dumbbells, a couple of benches, your standard maybe 2 treadmills and a couple of exercise bikes. The one we're in now has that equipment plus a big universal machine with, multiple kind of cable machines kind of thing on it.
Yeah.
But there's lots of places that'll have Smith machines and benches and free weights and all that kind of stuff as well. So really, it's just a matter of if you're looking for an accommodation, you can do comparisons and see which one might offer the best amenities for what you want.
Exactly. It's another reason why you actually put the boots on the ground and go and look to see, if your accommodations have that, if you like what, if you have a routine of going to the gym all the time, you're going to want good fitness equipment. That's one of the things you're going to look for. So,
right. Or a big pool, big enough pool to be doing laps and stuff like that. Because again, I mean, the pictures are nice when you see a lot of these places, but you don't know if those pictures were taken 10 years ago when everything was new and now the place is in shambles. So we just find for a longer stay, you really want to be sure you put your eyes on it and see that it's exactly what you want before you sign it up and pay for 3 months or something.
Yeah. As far as like cost of living, Cuenca to Thailand, we know you can get like almuerzos in Cuenca for $225, $250. The breakfast.
Almuerzos are lunches.
Lunches, yeah. So the breakfasts here are kind of like a porridge, chicken porridge kind of breakfast.
Yeah, a lot of Thai stuff is rice and noodles and things like that, even at breakfast.
Which are very inexpensive, but it's not something that that Jay and I are used to. So we go out for a Western breakfast at the Wombat and Kiwi. If you've seen our first video, we're still doing it, guys. We're still walking down there every morning. But yeah, so I mean, you can get everything. So
yeah, and as far as the cost of living, which you say in comparison of cost, we're spending about the same amount on food each day as we did when we were in Cuenca.
I think so.
It's very similar. It's just
if you have a budget, you can stay within it, I think.
Right, like that's the thing. Like so many places here, you can spend $5 on breakfast, $5 on lunch, and $5 on dinner. Whereas a lot of places, it seems like breakfast might be inexpensive, but dinner is more expensive. Mm-hmm. So it kind of averages out. But honestly, yeah, we're not spending much more. And a lot of the night markets we go to and stuff like that, there's obviously a diverse selection of foods and things you can get. So you're never bored. You never have to have the same thing if you don't want to. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, honestly, it does feel similar in affordability. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at the different styles of apartments and all that kind of stuff, it's very similar as far as pricing goes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now,
it's just what you get for your money.
Like anywhere, that is really easy to spend money as well.
Yeah.
You can walk into one of the local outlet malls and buy all your Nike and Adidas and all that stuff at regular, international prices. So
Yes.
And there are expensive restaurants. You can go have a $50 steak if you're looking for that.
Yeah.
So like anywhere, it's easy to spend money if you want to, but I think the value for money is good here, where you can still eat pretty clean and healthy and buy the things you need without breaking the bank.
Yeah. And also, what I like about Thailand, one of the things I like about Thailand over Cuenca is the convenience of things. I found Cuenca to be a little bit, I don't want to say archaic, but it's like, you step back in time a little bit. It's a little slower. It's a cash society. It's, you're no tapping. You're not open 24/7, that kind of thing. And I like it if I want it or if I need it, it's there.
Yeah.
And, things don't close here on Sundays like they do in Cuenca. So that's kind of like a little bit of a difference you would find here.
And not that there's anything wrong with that. It was nice in Cuenca. It does take you back a little bit, and it feels like you're stepping back in time 20 years kind of thing, where things move a little slower. And I mean, a lot of people love that to experience that after living in like a go society. So it is good. But yes, you can have all the convenience you want here. It is true.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to answer more questions, but first we need to find the marker we're looking for before we go any further. All right, so we found it, guys. We just have to pass this little market area. Oh, there's like a little food stalls in there.
Fresh smoothies, fresh fruit.
Passion fruit, mangoes, all kinds of mangoes.
All that good stuff.
It's a big pharmacy. We're gonna go and grab a cool drink from 7-Eleven here. All right, carry on.
You should get a shot here.
What?
It's amazing how many 7-Elevens have like a full market set up out in front of them.
They do.
T-shirts.
Yes.
All right. Whew, that water's nice.
I know.
So South Pattaya Road is one of the three main roads here in Pattaya, South, Central, and North. It's a busy road, lots of markets, lots of shops. Definitely recommend when you're in the area, take a walk. You'll find everything you need.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's great.
It's quite the experience.
Yeah. I want to know though, for the full-time travelers that are watching, what hobbies do you travel with? I travel with crochet hooks because I love to crochet.
So where my grandma's at.
Stop it. So that is what I'm looking for today. So I didn't want to really bore you guys with hunting for crochet cotton or wool or yarn or whatever. But I like I like to have that creative outlet. So it's one of the things I do. So let me know in the comments, what do you do when you full-time travel to keep your creative juices flowing?
What hobbies do you bring?
Yeah. Gold shop. Did we pass it already?
Nope. This will be the big red thing above us. Right in front of you is that game one.
So they're supposed to be.
I have no idea what it looks like.
Okay. We're gonna
be one of these places for all I know.
I don't know.
I'm sure we've gone by it by now.
You think so?
Yeah, you were talking about the red building.
So maybe it was back.
So you can see back there.
Yeah. Maybe it's back in here. Let's go one more and then we'll walk back.
Val.
What?
There's the big red building. I'm not sure. What number are you talking?
Right there.
Which is good.
Okay, let's go back.
So it's in that building?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was right beside 7-Eleven. So.
Okay.
And now that we are here, we've been here before.
Yeah.
It's kind of like jogging my memory.
Yeah, we've walked down this street before and seen all these places before.
It's jogging my memory. Like I do remember seeing, yarn here before.
Oh, look at those bags of mango.
Oh, dried mango. Dried mango is excellent here.
350 gram bags.
It's very tasty, very sweet.
Oh my God, it's addictive.
Delicious. It is.
I think we ate 90 pounds when we were in Hanoi.
Yeah.
Every time we went out, we bought a bag of dried mango.
Yeah. Look at these little fruit. I think it's like around here. We got to go in somewhere. We'll find it, guys. We'll find it. Look at all the flowers. Wow.
Is it in here?
I think it's down here.
All right, let's go in here.
All right. Yeah, we missed it. Yeah, okay. It's down here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, every color under the rainbow.
Yeah. Hello.
Sweaty cop.
Jay just said nobody cares about your crochet cotton. But this store and this lady right here is very nice. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Anyway, so I got what I wanted. There you go.
She drives a hard bargain.
She does.
She wasn't having none of my negotiating.
No negotiation.
She's like, cannot.
No. She called Jay an ATM machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I got 100 grams of crochet cotton.
No, you got 600 grams.
No, I got 500 grams. But 100 grams for 50 baht, which is about $2.25 for a roll. So I am happy with that. All right, so we are going to go to our next location.
We're going to go for a walk up south.
Oh,
South
it's right
Pattaya
here.
Road. It's so...
I can see it.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
And take you to a different location, answer some more questions. Yeah, yeah.
You got to look at this.
What?
Sweaty cop, because everywhere you go, you'll find lots of sweet treats to eat. Donuts are good.
These look good too.
Muffins, Timbits.
They look like Timbits.
Yeah, you want to try one?
No. They look good.
Have to come back after dinner.
5 for 100. Five for 100 baht. So 100 baht is about
$4.23.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking in Canadian money,
dollars. Canadian.
Because we convert to our local currency, so Thai baht to Canadian.
Yeah. There's always sweets. Sweets are everywhere, right? Like
what's that?
Sweets.
Sweets?
There's sweets everywhere.
Yeah. And they're pretty good.
Yeah. Homemade.
There's definitely lots of cafes and all that stuff, but just the street vendors have tons of the stuff.
There is a big, if you love coffee, there's a big coffee culture here. Cute little coffee shops if you love that vibe. And
very big on that, very Instagrammable.
But you're not going to get a cheap coffee at those types of, you're going to pay, four to higher for coffee.
A lot of them you're paying like 65.
If you're getting
baht,
a fancy
65 baht, no. Yeah. They don't make drip coffee here like some of the places do at home. Coffee. It's all barista, espresso-based coffees. So,
but there's some that are like 120, 150 baht.
Oh yeah, some of the coffee shops are really spendy. Yeah. You're spending $5, $6, $7.
Starbucks prices, basically.
Yeah. But we've always kind of likened it that. Or justified it by everything else is so cheap. You can buy a meal for $3.
Right.
So paying $3 for a coffee is not that big a deal.
Right.
Kind of averages out.
Yeah.
Got to watch for scooters on the sidewalk.
You never know where they're going to pop up.
Yeah.
All right, off to our next location.
So it's funny how just in the last, 100 yards we walked up the street, we've gone by street vendors selling donuts, gold shops selling gold at official gold ounce price in the streets. People selling fruit, even vegetables, people selling clothes. Domino's Pizza is across the street. That's the convenience Val was talking about. You can get anything you want pretty much anytime you want.
Yeah. There's so many things to show you guys. We went to a market just the other night. We went to a secondhand store, so I want to take you guys along. Yep. Go back there because we didn't spend nearly enough time there. I love to secondhand shop.
And of course, everybody loves to know about grocery stores and grocery store prices.
Yes.
So we will be hitting one of the grocery stores and taking you along to show you what some pricing looks like.
Yes, in an upcoming video, not in this video.
Right.
This video will be way too long for that. But so hit the subscribe button if you want to follow along. Drop your questions in the comments below. And if you're from Thailand and you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so in the comments as well. So this
All right.
is the place we want to come to. This is the Tukam Mall.
Tukam Mall on South Pattaya Road.
Yes.
It's got all kinds of stuff. There's restaurants, Starbucks, I think there's
Subway.
McDonald's, Subway.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. It's also a major
It's a techie
major
mall,
tech
eh?
mall.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get a phone repaired or if you're looking for anything to do with tech, you can come here, especially second floor, I think. But this is
Walk
a
in
great
here.
place to start your search.
All right. McDonald's. Whew.
And I want to say there's a grocery store downstairs.
Yes, there is, yes.
The Tops Market is downstairs.
Yeah.
Not like the Tops convenience stores. It's an actual full-fledged Tops grocery store.
Right. So we're gonna find a spot to sit and answer some more questions.
Oh, that Power or whatever place. That's one of the.
Power by?
Yeah, that's one of the electronic stores
All right.
to go buy all kinds
There's
of
a Mr.
stuff.
DIY here too.
Yeah, up on the 4th floor or something.
Yeah. I find this Tukam Mall, these couple floors very overwhelming. Because it seems like everybody sells the same thing. They don't, but I mean, there are a lot of the same things, but that's a big watch, eh?
That's the Ultra.
19,590 baht.
My smartwatch died, so now I'm smartwatch shopping.
Dang it. And electronics. You'd think they'd be cheap in Southeast Asia. Well, not in Thailand, they're not anyway.
Yeah. Well,
They,
they're not more expensive or anything. They're somewhat similar to North American pricing. It's like international pricing on some of these name brands.
Yeah, but we can get that watch back in Canada for a lot less.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. But it's all kinds of electronics and, you can get SIM cards and, video equipment, ring lights.
The problem you run into over here is with so many of these little repair shops and things like that, you get some gray market and off-market products, so you don't really know sometimes 100% if things are authentic and real.
Right.
Why is it railing so high? Must be rubbing
All right. What we found so far is that the smartwatches cost as much as rent.
Yeah. They're,
So I don't think we'll be buying one.
not till I go home. They're
Yeah.
definitely more expensive here. I know we can get them less expensive in Canada from Amazon
Yeah.
or Best Buy.
Yeah. Road trip Rob.
Road Trip Rob. What's Road Trip Rob got for us?
He asked a really good question. He said, I'm curious, did you enter on a 60-day visa exempt and then extend for 30 days? If so, how did you deal with the proof of onward travel for the end of your 60-day exemption? Cheers. Turning it over to Jay.
Well, Rob, thanks for the question. We did enter on a 60-day visa exempt, and we are going to be extending that by another 30 days. This particular time is the only time that we've flown into Thailand where we weren't asked for proof of onward travel. Now, we already have flights booked to go back to Canada in June, but in the past we've come in and didn't have flights booked, and when we're boarding our plane, they want that information before they even let you check into your flight. So there has been times where we've needed onward travel flights, and we have used Onward Ticket. If you're not familiar, it is basically a flight reservation company that you can book whatever flight you want. And basically what you do is you pay for a reservation of that flight. They send you the confirmation of it and everything else, and it's all like a legitimate flight. And you use that as your onward travel information. And then if you don't want that flight, you don't have to do anything. It basically self-cancels in 24 hours. If you really do want to use that flight, you can just contact them and continue with the booking and keep it. But most people just use it as the booking service to get a temporary flight and to get through that situation.
Somebody asked about what our thoughts were between Hue Hin and Jomtien. So Jay and I have spent a few months in Hue Hin a couple of years ago, and we've been to Jomtien many, many times. But I'm going to sit with Jay and we're going to chit chat about this one a little bit. So I would say the biggest one for me about Hua Hin versus Jomtien is there's no beach boardwalk. And I really like, Jay and I really like to walk the beach. And they're just, I mean, you can walk the beach in Hua Hin on the beach, but to actually have like a cement path and not actually put your feet in the sand, they don't have that in Hua Hin. That was a big one for us.
No kind of Malacon or walking path.
Yeah.
Further to that, one thing I really didn't like about Hua Hin is the fact that the main road that runs through Hua Hin is like a 4-lane highway basically, and it's very busy and very fast paced and stuff. And it really feels like it's a main highway right in the middle of the city when you're trying to, go to the malls and walk around and that kind of thing. It's a fairly major road. It just didn't give it a very relaxing kind of feel when you're walking around the city and stuff. It was still walkable. I mean, that main road just goes all the way along, so you just follow it along until you get to the street that you need. But I just, I'm kind of with Val. We like that smaller kind of beachfront road, being able to walk the sidewalks, that kind of stuff.
Like you still have your malls, you still have your night markets are great. Yeah. There's lots of attractions. There's wineries nearby. There's hospitals. There's a train that goes from Bangkok to Hua Hin.
Yeah, Hua Hin.
So, I mean, it has its conveniences.
It does.
But it was a bit sleepier for us.
For sure. It was a little bit sleepier. And I did look, when we were coming here, I did look at what the pricing was like there. And I noticed there was a noticeable difference in the price of apartments. Again, just referencing Airbnb at this time. I mean, there was places here that were in the 5, 6, 7s and up. And a lot of what I was finding in Hua Hin was more like 8s, 7s and 8s for a month. And I think part of that was basically driven by seemed to be less available apartments there as well. So that'll tend to happen. The less inventory there is, the higher the prices get. But we did enjoy the night markets and things like that.
Yeah,
we didn't mind our time there, but just not quite the same convenience in that of this area.
In Hua Hin, they have probably one of the best cave excursions Jay and I have ever been on. It is absolutely stunning. It's right by the beach. It is really beautiful. We do have a video on that if you wanted to go and check it out from when we stayed a couple of years ago. Awesome. It was really, really cool. Someone also asked about the language here and, do you need to speak English? What is it like?
Do you need to speak Thai?
Sorry, do you need to speak Thai? Do people, like the Thais, speak some English? Like how do you get around the language barrier or whatever? And everybody says how difficult Thai language is. But they always say, oh, it's difficult, you don't learn it or whatever, but they never really explain why it's as difficult as it is. So Thai language is a tonal language, and there are 5 different tones to their language. So not only are you learning a different language with words, but you're also learning how to say those words based on the tone. So one word can have 5 different tones and mean 5 different things. That's why it's so tricky.
Yes.
But you can get away with English, especially in the Pattaya, Jomtien area. Lots of Thais speak English.
Yeah. Anywhere where there's tourism, there'll be some English spoken. And honestly, the people are very friendly and very accommodating, even when we're in areas that don't have anyone who really speaks English.
Yeah.
Some of the outskirts we've been on, some of our bike trips and stuff. And the people are so friendly and outgoing that they'll play the charades with you. They use calculators to show you the prices of things. Like you can really do a lot of just pointing and smiling and figure out the communication between you. It's definitely interesting that way.
Yes.
Like we've been to other places where if you don't speak the language, people just stand there and look at you.
They don't even try. They don't charade. They don't
shrug.
Google Translate, nothing.
Yeah, but here in Thailand, they try to communicate.
Yeah.
They figure it out.
Yeah.
So they're very
super
helpful.
friendly. Yeah.
We've never had any issue. We've traveled through cities and towns and some back roads and everything else. Never really had much of an issue with our very, very, very limited Thai.
Yeah, but I mean, we do learn some phrases. Over the years that we've come here, we have learned some phrases. And if you try, that's the best you can do. And they really appreciate foreigners just trying to speak their language.
You can get by with a few phrases for the most part.
For sure. So in our first video, we had mentioned about online scamming. So somebody had a question about, can you kind of explain a little bit more about that?
No, we can't. We know nothing about online scamming or we'd be rich. Honestly, I've heard that a lot more about Cambodia than I have about Thailand. we've never really experienced any online scams here. I'm sure there may be some. Maybe.
Yeah, like apartment online scams, I think.
Oh,
that's the we've kind of heard of. But there are what Jay's talking
online
about
scams
in Cambodia.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
But
if they're referring to the scamming of that, like anything you're doing on Marketplace, you're putting yourself at risk, I'd say, because if you were looking up, specifically to buy something or to see an apartment or whatever, you don't know exactly who you're dealing with. And my only recommendation to that, because we did get this right from a realtor here. One of the I guess scams, what they were doing is you'll see an apartment online and you'll be like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And you'll meet with the people and they will show it to you and they'll sign a lease with you and you'll move in and think everything's perfect. I just rented this beautiful apartment for 3 months.
From a legit agent.
From a legit agent.
Yeah.
Everything is good. And then the next day, somebody will open the door and walk in and it'll be the owner of the apartment who was living in Bangkok or was out of town and has no idea that somebody's renting his apartment.
What are you doing here?
So
there's that.
There is that kind of scamming that was going on. And really the only way around it at that point is to make sure that when you are meeting with your realtor, if you're going through a realtor, that you get their ID and you take photos of their ID and you exchange IDs and that kind of stuff. And you just do the extra, go the extra mile to make sure that you're identifying properly and know who you're dealing with and things like that. Because some agents will do that where they know a client maybe who rents their apartment from time to time is out of town and they'll rent it out without them knowing. And you could get caught in that. And then the police will come and they'll say, your lease doesn't matter, you got to go. And that's the end of that. Coffee smells good from anywhere.
Yeah, wafting into the walkway here.
Oh.
All right, back outside we go.
Across the street.
Yeah?
Dental shop, eyeglasses shop, dental shop.
Yeah, dental center.
Easy to find what you're looking for.
Yeah. Woo. The sun is going down. It's 5:15. So one last question we got was from Darlene, and she was asking about single female traveling, solo traveler. And there are a lot of women here walking around by themselves. Woo, that bike was really loud.
Okay.
It's across here.
There are a lot of single and solo travelers here,
Yes.
male, female.
Yeah, mums with kids strolling around at nighttime with their strollers.
And we just met a lady today, subscriber. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Beth lives here alone, and she's single female, and
Feels
she
quite comfortable.
feels quite comfortable. She's been here for years. Actually, she's been living here for 13 years. Is that what she said? 13 years, and she feels quite comfortable, going about her business, roaming around day and night, doing what she does.
Yeah.
Hasn't had any issue and doesn't feel unsafe in the least.
Yes. So there you go. If you're ever wondering what it's like.
Nope, scooters on the sidewalk.
I know, this is crazy. Sorry, shooting into the sun, guys. But I think we're going to end it here. So thanks so much for joining us on our Wednesday walk. I hope we answered a lot of your questions. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Next week, we might go take you guys to the grocery store. It's always fun to keep current with what's happening, and you can kind of compare with what your grocery store is back home. So hopefully you'll subscribe. Look us up on Instagram, Wattstraveling on Instagram. You can follow us there too. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Ciao.